All right, folks. I think we need to relax. I think we need to relax. I think we need to stop the over-exaggeration hate of Devin Haney, the hate of Ryan Garcia, the hate of Teofimo Lopez, but really the hate of Devin Haney. And let me break it down. Y'all already know that I created this channel to preserve the modern-day warriors, modern-day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment, all right? And we see that in America, boxing is going down. But we also got to take responsibility in how we create content, boxing content, how we put out news, how we assess fighters. Now, look, I'm no stranger to the criticism of Devin Haney. I've been saying that Devin Haney is a boring fighter for me, as my opinion, throughout his career. But he turned the page on that. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney was exciting, or at least try the effort of being a more aggressive fighter in the rematch for George Kambosos in the second half of the fight. The Vasily Lomachenko fight, he standing in the middle of the ring and stuff like that. He tried to go down. He tried to throw down with Vasily Lomachenko, and it was a good outing. It was a competitive fight, even though that there was people out there that felt like, oh no, Devin Haney lost to Vasily Lomachenko. In the end of the day, the effort was there, and he was trying to win the fight. The fight with Regis Prograis, he went to the 140-pound division, dropped Regis Prograis. He went out there and tried to insert his power. Went to the 140-pound division. His power been in question. Yo, what about Devin Haney moving to 140? Will his power carry? Because his power is not really all of that in the 135-pound division. Guess what? He answered the bell with a knockdown. And then a lot of people that criticized the fight, yes, Devin Haney got beaten by Ryan Garcia from pillar to post and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Devin Haney went out there and did what many of his critics want him to do. Be more aggressive, show more power, go out there for the gusto, go out there for the knockout. And he did just that. Yes, Ryan Garcia was hitting with the left hook. He got put down, not one, not two, not three. But guess what? He got up not one, not two, but 3 times. He finished that fight like a G. He finished that fight like a warrior. He finished that fight like a person that, you know what? You're going to have to kill me to beat me. I also want to say this, man. Let's stop waiting on a downfall just so we can have bragging rights on YouTube comments or YouTube panels, live panels, or formerly known as Twitter tweets and stuff like that. Why are we so geared to see somebody's downfall so we can just make fun of? We're supposed, hey, put it this way, May 2nd, right? All these guys are going to be performing. Ryan Garcia going to be performing versus Rolly Romero. Devin Haney going to be performing versus Jose Ramirez. And Teofimo Lopez going to be performing versus Arnold Barboza. If we've been linking these names together, oh, we want to see T.O. versus Devin. We want to see the rematch with Ryan versus Devin. We want to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus T.O. We want to see Shakur Stevenson versus Lomachenko and Devin and Ryan and whatever. Don't we watching them so we could see them win? Why are you wishing for a downfall? So you could be like, I told you so, he ain't shit. How about I told you so that he nice? I told you so that he could be great. I told you that he got power. I told you he could be better. I told you he could adjust. I told you he's nice and great and going to be a future Hall of Famer. Why don't we talk like that? Because at the end of the day, we want these guys to win. We want Ryan to win. Because you want to see the rematch with Devin Haney, right? Don't tell me, look, Devin Haney fans that hate Ryan Garcia. Don't you want Ryan Garcia to win so you can see the rematch this October? Don't you want to see Teofimo Lopez beat Arnold Barboza so we can see Teofimo Lopez versus Jerome Boots Anderson like Turkey Al-Shay said? So why y'all playing this fake stuff, wishing on the downfall, when in reality you want to see the matchup that we've been talking about? Let's stop being fake out here. Let's stop being so toxic out here. Let's stop swimming on a damn cesspool in the sport of boxing and these platforms. Let's praise. Let's limit our criticism. Let's make good assessment, genuine assessment. Not saying, oh man, yo, Lamar Roach ain't shit. But then you ain't even studying a Lamar Roach. And now you surprised that Lamar Roach did his thing versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Now you just surprised because you ain't do your studies. Let's be real, let's be honest. We ask fighters to stop looking past their opponents, but we look past their opponents. And then we be like, yo, you perform like that because you're looking past your opponents. Now you got surprised at the outcome because you look past your own assessment. You look past not studying this matchup. End of the day, let's do our studies as hardcore boxing fans. Are we hardcore, or we Or we like to say, oh, yo, these casuals don't know shit about the sport of boxing. But you don't do your due diligence as a hardcore boxing fan either. As a hardcore boxing pugilist. As a hardcore boxing enthusiast. Come on, y'all. Give him credit. Now, I know there's things, shout out to Bill Haney. Bill Haney, 2023 Manager of the Year, has done a wonderful thing in putting his son in position to accomplish these type of accomplishment that he have accomplished. You know what I'm saying? 2-division world champion, right? Undisputed in the lightweight division. Making great money, you know what I'm saying? Making great businesses, still staying, doing business with a lot of promoters from Top Rank to Matchroom Boxing and stuff like that. Showbox, Turkey, Golden Boy Promotions and all. And yes, there's certain things that there's some hiccups there that yes, we could criticize, and we feel like, probably it was weak. Yeah, it was weak that he was suing Ryan Garcia and things of that nature, and they dropped the lawsuit. But that was really Bill Haney that was pushing for that. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney wasn't going, yo, Dad, I think we need to sue Ryan Garcia. Dad, I think we need to sue Golden Boy Promotions. Nah, man, his pops probably present that to him, and he signed off on it, just like his father said. But of course, it lands on Devin Haney's shoulder. And yes, we could criticize him for that. For the most part of his career, we should be celebrating Devin Haney, right? And I think that even I'm also responsible of also heavily criticizing Devin Haney, making jokes. And look, I'm Punch Run Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. I like breaking down. I like breaking boxing down in a comedic way. I deliver comedic and stuff like that. Yeah, in the end of the day, I also, in my channel, also said that Devin Haney and the way that they are, the business mind of Devin Haney and Bill Haney, that they're trailblazers in the sport of boxing. I said by the age of 31, 32, and you can go check out the video, go check out the archives. It's still on my channel. That say that Devin Haney could be the most powerful personnel in the sport of boxing, because the way they came up knowing the business of boxing and making power moves at a very, 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 very young age. Devin Haney's only 26 years old, entering his prime right now. And then the guys that's linked to Devin the Dream Haney, like Teofimo Lopez. There's a lot of people that hate on Teofimo Lopez as well, right? And he may say things. Teofimo Lopez is highly accomplished. I call him the captain of the generation, the commander-in-chief, right? A lot of people hate Teofimo Lopez for all the wrong reasons as well. And there's some reasons that you could be cringed by Teofimo Lopez. But Teofimo Lopez says, I say these things to entice a fight, to promote a fight, like back in the days. Then us as hardcore boxing fans should understand what's his motive for saying the things that he's saying. Not necessarily that he's saying it, but what's the motive of why he's saying these things. Ryan Garcia, we would like Ryan Garcia to take the journey of becoming a champion more seriously, more professionalism and things of that nature. But we can't deny his skills and talent and his name and the eyeballs that he brings into the sport of boxing. All these guys is linked to one another. All these guys are great in their own right, especially Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, because they're the ones that have accomplished the most of this young generation. And shout out to Shakur Stevenson as well. But I think with Devin Haney, he doesn't necessarily go out there and say, you know what, I'm going to say this because I want to be hated. Tio could say that. And shout out to Tio. I think that Tio is the most accomplished of this young generation, the commander-in-chief. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call him. And y'all already know, if y'all follow the channel, I keep it real, unbiased, logically, and objectively. Teofimo Lopez is the most accomplished fighter. We're so desperate in this community and taking away what these guys have accomplished. And the more that us hardcore boxing fans are pushing hate, or pushing toxic, this community has become a cesspool and things of that nature. And I'm not saying that, hey, I'm not guilty of overly criticizing or overly making fun and things, but I'm also man enough and responsible enough to be like, you know what, man, maybe I went overboard. Maybe I'm overly criticizing things. Maybe I'm not doing my due diligence to uplift the sport of boxing, uplift this fighter that is doing great things in the sport of boxing. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to stop my jokes, because that's who I am. I'm a comedic person. I'm from New York City. You can't take it personal. And that's why there's people out there that's cool, like Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, that I could, I could praise and criticize, and maybe it's a Latino thing. I don't know. But shout out to all the ethnicity. I'm just saying that my content is really to put smiles on people's faces, make people think, sometimes, give them a different perspective of things. These are the guys these guys are the forefront of the sport of boxing, especially here in America. But if we keep on with the toxic and the hate content, the divide content, but guess what? Then boxing is going to be, American boxing is going to translate to the numbers that was reported by the 45K of the last crescendo, the what was it, Rehab season card, right? Not the Rehab season card, yeah, the last crescendo Rehab season card with Dimitri Bivol and Beterbiev, right? And Virgil Ortiz was in the card, and Shakur Stevenson was in the card, and it did 45K pay-per-view buys. Why in America is 45K pay-per-view buys? If that card was supposed to be the best card in the history of the sport of boxing. You know why? Because we're not supporting boxing the way that we need to support boxing. And if we, the hardcore boxing fans, because we're the hardcore boxing fans that let the casuals know what's going on in the sport of boxing, but we saying that Teal from Love saying shit, he hasn't done that. No, he ain't no undisputed. He ain't all that. And then we say Devin Haney, he ain't all that. He ain't shit. He ain't nothing. He ain't never done nothing. Then we say that Ryan Garcia, he ain't nothing. He's a social media superstar. Then the casuals like, and these guys ain't nothing anyway. Yeah, boxing is whack anyway. These are the guys that we're supposed to be praising. Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney especially, we are supposed to be praising. Shakur Stevenson, we're supposed to be praising. The 3-division world champion on Unify in the super featherweight division. You know what I'm saying? We always say, oh, these guys ain't fighting nobody. These guys haven't done nothing. Oh, these guys ain't shit. Their fathers ain't shit. Let me tell you something. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Bill Haney. What do you mean? Oh, these guys need to shut up. These guys need to get out the way. If they would have got out the way a long time ago, their sons never would have reached the success that they reached. Their sons wouldn't be nothing without their father. I be hating when I hear men say that. When men be like, oh man, Tio from Lopez Sr. need to shut up. He need to get out. Tio need to look for a new trainer. Yo, Bill Haney need to get out. He need to look for a new trainer, manager, get him out and shut up. Yeah. Shut up. Why? You take them out, you think they're gonna be that much success without their father? Because there's a little bit of a hiccup on the road that people should just X their father out? Nah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying this because I want to be responsible enough to rewrite the wrong as well. Devin Haney is a wonderful boxer, an extreme talent that is still growing. Teofimo Lopez, an extraordinary talent. I believe that he got everything. He got the skills, the talent, and the natural ability to be one of the greatest fighters that we ever seen lace up the gloves. Ryan Garcia could be just that as well, with his natural speed, his twitch muscle and stuff like that. Everybody got different styles, but we need these guys to be at the top of their game, and they need us to uplift them as well. They're not bad guys. They don't get locked up and stuff. They don't get locked up. They're not a menace to society and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Devin Haney got the little gun charge, but of course for protection, and Ryan Garcia was going through things. We've seen these fighters go through things in their personal life, and they speak on it. They speak on it, like them getting a divorce, Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia getting a divorce. Man, I'm gonna say it like this: when you get a divorce, and people that know that you get married, you got a family, you get a divorce, that's a tough time right there. You become one with somebody, you build a home, you build a family, and then you got to separate that. You got to divide that. It's a hard thing. All I'm saying is, man, I think we've gone overboard. I'm not saying that we can't criticize. I think that most of the boxing content creators and the YTBC need to come together a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're playing this divide thing too much. And I understand that a lot of people have built their channels or their platform going at one person, and then they build that niche fan base of hating that other fighter. If you were a Gervonta Tank Davis fan, you could be a Devin Haney fan. All right? If you're a Devin Haney fan, you can be a Gervonta Tan Davis fan. If you're a Ryan Garcia fan, you can be a Devin Haney fan, and vice versa. If you're a Teofimo Lopez fan, you can be a Devin Haney fan. If you're a Devin Haney fan, you can be a Teofimo Lopez fan. Stop always worrying about the numbers. At the end of the day, this is boxing content creation. Can you create? Can you be good and adjust like we want these fighters to adjust in the ring? Can you adjust the way that you deliver the sport of boxing? I'm not saying deliver, just change and make it way different. All I'm saying is, can we share light more to preserve the sport of boxing, to uplift the sport, so we won't have no numbers like 45K in one of the best cards in the history of the sport of boxing? Bring the numbers up, bring the interest up. This is our job. It's our job. So I'm gonna take it into consideration. I'm gonna put. I'm gonna try to, of course, still deliver. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez. I mean, Devin Haney. If I need to say some funny shit, or I need to hold you accountable for something, man, I'm gonna say it. Yeah. At the end of the day, in the same videos, in the same lives, I'm going to emphasize that, you know, when at the end of the day, this is delivering jokes. It's delivering real, because a joke could be real. Being a comedian could be real. Shout out to Cat Williams, shout out to Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? You could say some funny shit and still be real. That's my kind of, you know, mindset, right? But we got to also let the people know that these are the best fighters that we could offer in the sport of boxing. These are special talents in the sport of boxing. And if this is going to be a cesspool, and we just going to be like, oh man, I'm just going to criticize Devin Haney to uplift my channel, or criticize Teofimo Lopez like other to uplift the channel, or play this racial game divide. I want everybody to be proud of their culture, of who they are, who they identify with. That doesn't mean that you got to bring somebody down to uplift your culture. That doesn't mean that you need to bring another race down to bring your race up. You could uplift your own race and give them props. So I love that. I love those people over there, but I love my people. You know what I'm saying? Latino, baby, Latino. But I love my blacks, my whites, my Asians, my Indians. I'm Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Hey, shout out to Buddhas out there and stuff like that. Your belief has no bearing on mine. Shout out, man. We're brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the Most High. We're one race, the human race. What makes us beautiful is our different cultures. I keep on saying this since day one. God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you, God bless, and on to the next.